Going to be starting calculus, which often scares people usually going into matric because they've heard stories and rumors of how hectic it is. But it's actually a really fun and beautiful section of maths. Calculus is basically helping us to study how things change, like speed or velocity or gradient, and we call this rate of change derivatives. And these are different ways that using derivatives can be written, which I'll explain in a second. It also helps us with real world problems like predicting motion or optimizing functions. And as it pertains to us, what we'll center around is these two concepts. With a little dash, looks like a 1, that represents I'm doing the derivative. And so when I do the derivative, what is that giving me? It's giving me the gradient of the tangent. If I make that gradient 0, like you can see in this graph here, then that only happens at the stationary points. So that's where I could find the max or the min. And so again, when I'm working with graphs, be it cubic or parabolas or any graph, if I ever want, even story sums, if I ever want to find out the maximum, the minimum of something, from today onwards, I can just use derivatives. These are different ways that you can write it. So most commonly you'll see it written as dy over dx, and that just means, and it's really important, it means the letter on the top must be by itself, it must be the subject. So the derivative of y with respect to x, and the letter on the bottom, the variable on the bottom, is the one that you're doing all the deriving to. What's the difference between writing dy dx or just d dx? If a question started with a y and I said please do the derivative, then you'd say dy, because that's the subject, dx. And the quick way you do derivative is you times the power by the front, by the coefficient, and you drop the power by 1. So there is the derivative. What is the derivative? It's the gradient of the tangent. Whereas if you said d dx, that would be if you were just literally given an expression like this and they said find the derivative. There's no y that you can work with, so you can't say dy, so you just say d dx, and then you do the same, times the power by the front and drop the power by 1. So that's just the basics to get us started. In the next video I'll go into how you do the different types of derivatives.